Did you know that Japan draws over 60 million visitors every year, many arriving in spring just to witness the magical cherry blossoms? Imagine crowds flocking from all over the world, all for a flower that blooms for only a short week or two. But why do so many people feel drawn to these blossoms? What makes them so cherished, so unique? Could it be the rarity, the beauty, or perhaps the deeper meaning these flowers hold within Japanese culture? Today, we're going to dive into the heart of Japan's cherry blossom season. We'll uncover how these festivals began, their cultural significance, and why cherry blossoms have become symbols of life, renewal, and even philosophy. Join me on this journey, and by the end, you'll understand why cherry blossoms are so much more than just pretty petals. They're an experience, a moment in time, and a way of seeing the world. Cherry blossom festivals, known as Hanami, are a celebration that welcomes spring with open arms, signaling a time of new beginnings. Hanami isn't a recent trend. It's a cultural tradition deeply rooted in Japanese society. For centuries, people have gathered under cherry trees to mark the arrival of spring, share food and drink, and appreciate the beauty of the moment. But these gatherings are about more than just flowers. They are a way to celebrate life's fleeting nature, a reminder of both beauty and impermanence. Imagine yourself at a Hanami festival. You're surrounded by family and friends, laughing and sharing stories, while a soft breeze makes the petals float gently to the ground. The world feels peaceful, and time seems to slow down. There's an atmosphere of joy, a sense of gratitude for nature, and the understanding that, like these blossoms, some things in life are brief and should be savored. For me, cherry blossoms represent this beautiful combination of peace and excitement. The first time I saw them in full bloom, it felt like stepping into a dream. The sky was a mix of pink and white. Petals drifted down like snow, and everyone around seemed to share this sense of awe. That's the magic of cherry blossoms. They create a shared experience, one that unites people in appreciation and reflection. So let's explore more deeply why these blossoms hold such a special place in Japanese culture. While cherry blossom festivals are a time of joy, they also face modern-day challenges that threaten their future. As Japan's popularity as a travel destination grows, the number of people visiting cherry blossom festivals has skyrocketed. It's no longer just locals enjoying the blossoms. Millions of visitors from around the world now fill the parks and streets during cherry blossom season, creating large, bustling crowds that sometimes overwhelm public spaces. Popular parks like Ueno Park in Tokyo and Maruyama Park in Kyoto can see thousands of visitors daily during peak bloom. These parks, once quiet places for peaceful reflection, now become filled with people eager to capture the perfect photo or enjoy a picnic under the trees. Local officials and volunteers work hard to manage these crowds and maintain the park's cleanliness. But the sheer volume of people can strain these natural spaces. Trash collection, crowd control, and preserving the delicate cherry trees all become difficult tasks when the numbers reach such a high level. On top of these logistical challenges, cherry blossoms face another, perhaps even greater threat: climate change. Rising temperatures mean that cherry blossoms are blooming earlier each year, sometimes by several days or even weeks compared to historical averages. This shift disrupts the carefully planned schedules of traditional festivals, affecting not only visitors, but also local ecosystems. Animals and insects, like bees, depend on specific blooming times to find food. And when cherry blossoms bloom too early, these ecosystems can fall out of sync. Imagine a future where cherry blossoms no longer bloom during festival season or, even worse, struggle to bloom at all. It would be a profound loss, not only for Japanese culture, but for anyone who loves nature's beauty. Preserving cherry blossoms requires balancing tourism with sustainability and respecting the environment that supports these trees. As we admire the blossoms today, we're reminded that they are delicate, fragile, and need our care if they're to continue enchanting future generations. The connection between cherry blossoms, or sakura, and Japanese culture stretches back over 1,000 years. Cherry blossoms aren't simply admired for their beauty. They hold a deep meaning in Japanese thought. They symbolize life's fleeting nature and the idea that beauty is precious because it doesn't last forever. In Japanese culture, this concept is known as mono no aware, or the pathos of things, a sensitivity to the transient beauty in life. Cherry blossoms are a reminder that, like the flowers, our lives are beautiful yet temporary. Cherry blossoms have been celebrated since the Heian period, over 1,000 years ago, when the imperial court would hold blossom viewing parties for the elite. These gatherings were grand affairs, with poets composing waka, traditional Japanese poems, capturing the beauty and symbolism of the blossoms. One famous poem from that time describes cherry blossoms as the snow that falls without sound, capturing their delicate, almost ethereal beauty. During the Edo period, these gatherings spread beyond the elite, becoming a tradition for people from all walks of life. Cherry blossom festivals became a symbol of unity, bringing communities together under the trees to share in the beauty of the season. For the samurai, cherry blossoms held special meaning. They symbolized the warrior's way of life, a brief but beautiful existence, lived with honor and without fear of death. Just as cherry blossoms bloom brightly and fall, so too did the samurai live boldly, accepting life's transience. Today, cherry blossoms continue to carry this rich symbolism. When the trees bloom each spring, people are reminded to cherish the present moment, to appreciate the beauty of life, even though it's fleeting. At festivals, families, friends, and even strangers come together to celebrate life's beauty under the cherry blossoms, sharing food, stories, and memories. There's a sense of renewal and unity that comes with each blossom season as people reconnect with nature and each other. Modern cherry blossom festivals blend tradition with new elements. You'll find sakura-themed cafes, light displays at night, and even cherry blossom-flavored sweets and drinks. Some parks set up lanterns to illuminate the blossoms, creating a magical scene as the petals glow against the night sky. This fusion of old and new allows cherry blossom festivals to evolve, keeping them relevant and exciting for all generations. But despite these new additions, the core of Hanami remains unchanged, coming together to appreciate nature and the beauty of life. One of the most famous cherry blossom festivals takes place in Yoshino, a town known for its mountainsides covered with over 30,000 cherry trees. Imagine standing in Yoshino, surrounded by a sea of blossoms stretching as far as the eye can see. The trees bloom in layers, creating a cascade of color that moves up the mountain over several weeks, offering visitors a longer cherry blossom season and a breathtaking view. Each tree in Yoshino has been planted as a tribute to ancestors, connecting families to generations past. This festival is not just about beauty, it's about honoring history, heritage, and the people who planted these trees long ago. Every year, locals and visitors gather to celebrate, creating new memories under the same trees that their ancestors enjoyed. This continuity, this sense of connection across generations, makes the Yoshino Cherry Blossom Festival truly special. One story I heard from a local elder is particularly touching. He's attended the Yoshino Festival since he was a child, and each year he visits the same tree to remember his ancestors. For him, the blossoms are a link to his past, his family, and his community. It's a reminder that while life changes, some things remain constant and beauty can be shared across generations. In a world that moves so quickly, the cherry blossoms in Yoshino offer a moment of peace and reflection, a reminder that nature and tradition hold a special place in our lives. Cherry blossom festivals are more than just beautiful events. They are a celebration of life's fleeting beauty, a reflection of Japan's deep respect for nature, and a living tradition that connects past, present, and future. Cherry blossoms remind us of mono no aware, that life is precious because it doesn't last forever. The beauty of the cherry blossom lies in its impermanence, and that's what makes each year's bloom so meaningful. Through the challenges of modernization and environmental change, cherry blossoms remain a symbol of resilience and renewal. They inspire us to appreciate the present, to cherish beauty in the world, and to find joy in the moment. As long as people come together to celebrate Hanami, the spirit of cherry blossoms will continue to thrive. So, have you ever experienced cherry blossom season in Japan or elsewhere? What did it mean to you? I'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. Please share your favorite cherry blossom memories in the comments below. And if you're curious to explore more of Japan's rich cultural heritage, be sure to check out my next video on Japan's most unique festivals. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more insights into Japanese culture and nature's wonders. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.